freedom. I don't think that's a word that gets defined enough in our society about the freedom to make choices with your life without someone telling you what the fuck to do.
Kyrie Irving isn't your typical freedom fighter, but the NBA superstar is certainly echoing the cry for freedom that many of us have. Up until recently, he hasn't been able to play in any of the home games for the Brooklyn Nets. He's forfeited a ton of money. He's been denigrated by the woke sports media. People like Mike Wilbon and the chief clown at ESPN, Stephen A. Smith, have gone on record many times denigrating this guy, all because he didn't let the government dictate his life. He refused the jab. He stood strong. He didn't bend the knee at any time, and he won. I love this quote by Kyrie. I'm standing for freedom. So that's in all facets of my life. There's nobody that's enslaving me. There's nobody telling me what I'm going to do with my life. And that's just the way I am. Kyrie Irving is now eligible to play in all of the Brooklyn Nets home games due to the fact that the mayor of New York, Eric Adams, has rescinded the mandate for celebrities and sports figures. But that's not enough for Kyrie. He wants to see the mandate lifted for everyone. Here he is talking about it in a recent interview.
The point of this season for me was never to just take a stand. It was really to make sure that I'm standing on what I believe in and freedom. Freedom. I don't think that's a word that gets defined enough in our society about the freedom to make choices with your life without someone telling you what the fuck to do. And whether that carries over into nuances of our society that, politicians control or government controls, or things people that are empowered, powers may be, right, that control. I'm standing for freedom. So that's in all facets of my life. And there's nobody that's enslaving me. There's nobody telling me what I'm going to do with my life. And that's just the way I am. And if I get tarnished, in terms of my image, and people try to slander my name continuously because, those aren't things that I forget. I haven't forgotten anything that anybody said. I don't read everything, but I definitely read some things that put my family's name in a certain position that I believe are unfair. I've been discriminated against. People have said things that have been biased. They've gone against their own morals. And where we live in today, I have such a strong moral code of just being honest, being truthful, following God's guidance, and just living with the results. But in terms of that, that's a selfless. I'm a servant, so I'm comfortable being in that position.
I was at the Miami Heat game this past weekend where they played the Brooklyn Nets. It was an amazing crowd. When Kyrie Irving was introduced as a member of the visiting team, the Brooklyn Nets, he received a standing ovation from the crowd in Miami. And many of us were applauding because he took a stand for freedom. If you like this video, check out this video here about the woke ESPN mob led by Mike Wilbon and L. Duncan and Stephen A. Smith, and how they're pushing an agenda that doesn't belong in sports. Let me know what you think about Kyrie Irving taking a stand for freedom. Talk to you next time.